One of the most famous sights in London is the Royal Guard, standing firm and proud outside Buckingham Palace. Their main duty? Protecting the monarch and the palace, day in and day out. With their imposing stance and timeless uniforms, these guards draw curious onlookers from around the world. They stand motionless, they don't smile, and they certainly don't engage. But here's where things get interesting. Just how much can these guards take? What's the true limit of their discipline when faced with relentless tourists testing their patience? Well, today, we will uncover what happens when people push the boundaries and mess with the Royal Guard, and regret it. Number 1. Look, but don't touch. One of the most common rules tourists ignore is simply keeping their hands to themselves around the Royal Guards and their horses. These soldiers might look approachable in their ceremonial uniforms, but they're trained professionals on duty, responsible for the monarchy's safety. One curious visitor learned this the hard way, reaching out to pet a horse while trying to snap a close-up selfie. The guard's reaction was immediate and firm. "Step back," he warned, startling the tourist, who quickly retreated. For onlookers, it's a powerful reminder. These guards may be surrounded by tourists all day, but they're not props or statues. Their horses, highly trained and sometimes sensitive, can react unpredictably to unwanted touches, making the guard's warning as much for safety as for respect. This brief but direct response reinforces an important lesson. Observing from a respectful distance is not just polite, it's essential. Number 2. The guards are combat soldiers, not ornaments. The Royal Guards may look ceremonial, but they're far from just decorative figures. Many of them are trained soldiers with combat experience, standing guard to protect Buckingham Palace and the monarchy. One visitor, assuming they were there purely for photos, thought it'd be funny to mockingly mimic the guard's posture. What he didn't anticipate was the guard's unbreakable focus and discipline. The guard ignored him entirely, refusing to engage in any reaction. This is because, behind their unflinching gazes, these soldiers hold real responsibility and training to handle emergencies if they arise. For many tourists, it's a surprising revelation that the guards aren't just a spectacle. They're elite soldiers dedicated to their duty. This story serves as a reminder. They're not there to entertain, but to uphold a long-standing tradition of discipline and honor. Number 3. Fainting in extreme conditions. Wearing heavy wool uniforms and towering bearskin hats in the sweltering heat of summer is no easy task. In fact, it's one of the toughest challenges the Royal Guards face. Standing completely still for hours on end, many guards have been known to faint during ceremonies, especially when temperatures soar. Tourists may not realize it, but these soldiers undergo fainting drills as part of their training, learning to collapse in a controlled way, maintaining as much decorum as possible, even when their bodies give in. During the colonel's review, several guards fainted under the blazing 30°C sun, drawing attention to the intense discipline these soldiers maintain. Their ability to endure such conditions without breaking form is a testament to their training and commitment. This scene reminds us all of the demanding nature of the job, especially in challenging weather. Number 4. Protocol warning: crossing boundaries. During ceremonies or changing of the guards, tourists sometimes stray too close to the action. One visitor was caught unaware when he accidentally stepped into the guard's path during the march. Engrossed in his camera, he didn't notice the guard approaching until he heard, "Make way for the Queen's Guard," echoing through the crowd. Startled, he jumped aside just in time to avoid disrupting the formation. The guard's loud command underscored an important point. No one should obstruct the guards as they carry out their duties. For tourists, it's easy to get lost in the moment and forget that they're witnessing a serious tradition. The quick response from the guard not only cleared his path, but served as a reminder to all about respecting boundaries, particularly during formal proceedings. This incident is a valuable lesson on the importance of awareness and respect. Number 5. Untouchable: The rule against touching guards. Despite their stoic posture, the royal guards aren't there to be touched. They are bound by duty, carrying the weight of tradition and respect for the monarchy. However, some tourists can't seem to resist testing the boundaries. One visitor, eager to see if he could provoke a reaction, decided to pat a guard's shoulder. The guard immediately responded with a loud, "Do not touch the Queen's Guard," cutting through the laughter of the tourists and those around him. Embarrassed, he stepped back, realizing he'd crossed a line. The guard's reaction wasn't just out of annoyance. It was a reminder that these individuals are on duty, prepared for any scenario. This firm response serves as a clear warning to all. While they may look still and silent, the guards are not to be underestimated or treated as simple attractions. Number 6. Respecting the horse guards. Royal horse guards are an impressive sight, but their roles go beyond just looking majestic on horseback. These horses are highly trained, and any unexpected touches or interactions can unsettle them. One tourist learned this firsthand after repeatedly ignoring signs to not touch the Queen's Guard's horse. Enthralled by its grandeur, she reached out for a pet, only to be met with a firm shout from the guard. "Step back from the Queen's horse!" The horse, disturbed, shifted uneasily, showing just how crucial the guard's warning was. These moments remind everyone that the horses and their riders are part of the royal security detail, and their space is not to be invaded. Each guard and their horse work together with precision, and respecting their role is paramount. Number 7. Royal guards are pure discipline. Tourists often see the guards' serious expressions and imagine they can break it with enough humor or lighthearted teasing. One group tried this approach, laughing and mimicking the guard's every move, convinced they could get him to crack a smile. Despite their relentless antics, the guard remained completely still, eyes fixed ahead. When one of them got too close, the guard took a quick step back, silently enforcing his boundaries. Their laughter faded as they realized the guard wasn't going to budge. His calm endurance in the face of their taunts highlighted the depth of discipline these guards uphold. The encounter left the group and onlookers with a newfound respect for the role, understanding that these guards are not just there to stand around, but to represent unwavering commitment. Number 8. Provoking the guard. Can backfire. For some tourists, seeing if they can provoke the royal guard becomes a game, but this challenge is not taken lightly by those on duty. One visitor made exaggerated gestures, trying to push the guard's patience to its limits, thinking it'd be amusing for a quick video clip. What he didn't expect was the guard's firm response. In a commanding tone, the guard firmly said, "Step back," instantly putting an end to the tourist's antics. The guard's restrained yet assertive reaction left the tourist embarrassed, realizing he had misjudged the professionalism of these soldiers. This moment served as a reminder to onlookers. The guards are not there for amusement. They're highly trained and focused on their duties, and provocations can lead to a swift correction. The lesson here? Royal guards aren't to be trifled with, and respecting their role is always the best approach. Number 9. The guards remain unyielding against taunts. In an attempt to test the royal guard's unbreakable focus, one tourist began taunting the guard, making faces and calling out loudly, all in an effort to get a reaction. The guard, standing rigid and focused, didn't flinch or even glance in his direction. Frustrated but impressed, the tourist eventually gave up, realizing that no amount of provocation could break the guard's concentration. This encounter left onlookers with a renewed respect for the guard's discipline and commitment to his duty. It's not about ignoring people. It's about upholding tradition and displaying an unwavering sense of respect for the role. For the guards, maintaining composure isn't just part of the job, it's a matter of pride. Their resilience in the face of taunts demonstrates a level of dedication that few could replicate. Number 10. The Queen's horse chooses its friends. Carefully. One eager tourist thought a photo opportunity with the Queen's guard horse would make a great keepsake. Ignoring signs advising against close interaction, she tried to approach and pet the horse, hoping it would tolerate the attention. The horse, however, had other ideas, backing away with a shake of its head. The guard quickly intervened, warning her to step back as the horse became visibly unsettled. This encounter underscores an important truth. These highly trained horses are not accustomed to strangers approaching too closely. In addition, they're incredibly sensitive animals, and any unexpected touch can cause stress. It's a reminder that these guards and their mounts are performing specific duties, and disturbing them isn't only discouraged, it can be dangerous. The horse's reaction was a clear message. Respect the space and boundaries of these ceremonial animals and their riders. Number 11. Don't cross the guard's marching path. During the changing of the guard ceremony, one visitor found himself in an awkward position when he accidentally wandered into the guard's marching path, completely unaware. Engrossed in his surroundings, he didn't notice the approaching guards until one called out, "Make way for the Queen's Guard!" The command snapped him back to reality, and he quickly moved aside to avoid interrupting the formal procession. The guards continued marching without hesitation, their focus unbroken. For this tourist, the experience was a memorable lesson on the importance of situational awareness during such events. The guard's command was a reminder that, while these ceremonies draw crowds, respecting their space and protocol is crucial. This quick response ensured the ceremony continued smoothly, leaving everyone with a renewed sense of the respect and decorum required at these traditional events. Number 12. Laughing or smiling, a strict prohibition. The Royal Guard's duties may seem to come with strict rules, but one of the most challenging is the ban on smiling or laughing while on duty. One tourist attempted to make a guard smile by cracking jokes and doing funny impressions, certain her efforts would pay off. But despite her best attempts, the guard remained stoic, not even a hint of amusement crossing his face. In fact, Royal Guards face disciplinary action if caught laughing or breaking their composure. This tourist left with a newfound respect for the seriousness of the guard's role, understanding that their discipline is taken extremely seriously. For onlookers, it's a reminder of the sacrifice and focus these guards embody each day. The rule against smiling may seem unusual, but it's a crucial part of the respect and tradition they uphold, even in the face of endless distractions. Number 13. How children can sometimes break protocol. Occasionally, even the most disciplined royal guards can be swayed by a young admirer. A little girl visiting Buckingham Palace reached out her hand, her innocent curiosity prompting the guard to briefly acknowledge her with a subtle nod. While the Royal Guard is usually known for its strict adherence to protocol, children sometimes bring out a softer side. Moments like these are rare but heartwarming, showing that, beneath the uniform, these guards are human. For the crowd gathered, the brief interaction was a touching display that even the strictest rules can bend, if only for a second, in response to a child's fascination. However, it's important to note that these moments are exceptions, not the norm, and the guards will only respond when it's truly appropriate. This instance highlights the duality of their role, unyielding protectors of tradition, but not immune to human connection. Number 14. The reality behind social experiment videos. In recent years, videos have circulated showing royal guards seemingly reacting aggressively to tourists. However, many of these clips are staged social experiments or dramatized for entertainment. In one viral video, actors posed as tourists, provoking the guards to see how they'd respond. The guards' reaction was exaggerated for effect, but in reality, these guards are trained to handle public interactions professionally and calmly. While these videos can be entertaining, they often misrepresent the genuine protocol and discipline maintained by the guards. For the guards, their primary focus is security and tradition, and they're trained to handle disruptions tactfully. Social experiments can create confusion, leading viewers to believe the guards are more reactive than they are. This highlight serves as a reminder that, in real life, the Royal Guard's behavior is grounded in respect and poise, adhering to the standards of their duty. Number 15. When the Royal Guard can't help but laugh. Every so often, the Royal Guard's composure is truly tested. Despite their rigorous training to maintain a serious expression, even the most disciplined guards have been known to break into a smile under unique circumstances. In one memorable instance, a young boy dressed up as a miniature guard, marching alongside with unwavering dedication. The sight was enough to prompt the on-duty guard to crack a small smile, briefly breaking his usual expressionless face. While such moments are rare, they're a reminder that the Royal Guards are human too. For onlookers, seeing the guards smile added a new layer of respect, showing that even in the strictest of roles, humor and human connection can emerge. Though this display may be rare, it reminds visitors that behind the stoic facade, the Royal Guards carry warmth, making the role even more impressive. And there you have it. 15 unforgettable moments when people overstepped their boundaries with the Royal Guard and faced immediate consequences. Each incident serves as a vivid reminder of the Guard's unwavering discipline, professionalism, and commitment to their roles. For tourists visiting the UK, it's vital to remember that these Guards are not just for show. They represent the country's rich history and traditions. We hope this video has given you a deeper appreciation for the Royal Guards and their crucial role in preserving British heritage. If you like it, please share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting content.